Welcome to the video replay for Double Up Trivia for September 27th, 2020. This video will just have the questions and answers. If you want to know the rules for Double Up Trivia, you can look at one of the previous videos on this channel, or you can show up to the live event, which streams every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad. There's no cost to play. There's no prizes. You can just come and check it out and play along. But for now, here is the replay of the Double Up Trivia for the 27th of September. Round 1, there are 8 questions. Read each question, give a few seconds, and then I will read the answer for that question. The first question this week: the name of which property on a standard Monopoly board is actually a misspelling of a housing area outside Atlantic City, a mistake that Parker Brothers formally acknowledged in 1995. That property on a standard Monopoly board is Marvin Gardens. The actual housing development is Marvin Gardens, although it is spelled M-A-R-V-E-N instead of M-A-R-V-I-N. Round 1, question number 2. What word, which ends with 2 vowels, is the name for the type of gate shown here, typically associated with Shinto shrines? That word ending with 2 vowels is torii. T-O-R-I-I, and that's actually how they usually identify Shinto shrines on Japanese road maps. Round 1, question number 3. The false etymology of the name of what mythological tribe may have led to the idea that they engaged in self-mutilation, removing one of a body part specific to their gender? That mythological tribe are the Amazons. While the word Amazon is of uncertain origin, one false etymology is that it comes from the prefix a and mazos, meaning without breast. Round 1, question number 4. The structure called the sclerotic ring, composed of cartilage and bone and found in various reptiles and birds, but not in any extant mammals, has the likely function of supporting what organ? And the sclerotic ring likely supports the eye. The sclera is the white part of the eye. Round 1, question number 5. What short story writer, sometimes called the Chekhov of the suburbs, is famous for works including The Enormous Radio and The 548, and is mentioned in the title of a Seinfeld episode? And that short story writer is John Cheever, who was mentioned in the episode The Cheever Letters. Round 1, question number 6. Adding a letter to the beginning of a preposition creates the name of what Japanese sci-fi anime franchise, as well as the name of the franchise's main ship? And that is Macross, which is a franchise that began in 1982, has multiple movies, TV series, video games, manga, and novels. Round 1, question number 7. The Party's Over, the 1982 debut album by the British band Blank Blank, spawned a single titled Blank Blank. What single word fills in all 4 blanks? That single word is the word talk. The band is Talk Talk, and they had a single Talk Talk, which reached number 23 in the UK and 75 in the US. And round 1, question number 8. What last name is shared by a British musician whose first 2 albums were released in 1970 and 2005, a Puritan preacher who authored an allegory about a man journeying to the celestial city, and a folk hero depicted on the world's largest wood carving located near Sequoia National Park? And for a bonus 4 points, teams could give the first names of the 3 people referred to in order. That last name that's shared by those 3 people is Bunyan, and those 3 people are Vashti Bunyan, John Bunyan, and the folk hero Paul Bunyan. That brings us to the Data Dash round, where there are 4 questions, and teams submit whole number answers, trying to get as close to the actual answers as possible. The Data Dash questions for this week: number 1, how many islands make up the country of Indonesia? Number 2, how many minutes is Nepal ahead of London, England? Number 3, what was Michael Jordan's batting average in his only season of minor league baseball, expressed as a whole number? And number 4, based on their mean distances from the sun, how many times further from the sun is Pluto than Mercury? And the 4 answers for the Data Dash questions this week: there are 17,508 islands that make up the country of Indonesia. Nepal is 285 minutes ahead of London, England. Michael Jordan's batting average was .202. And finally, Pluto is 98 3/4 times as far from the sun as Mercury. That brings us to round number 2. Round number 2 works exactly the same as round number 1. So round number 2, the first question: what word from the Latin for net is often used in first-person shooter video games and refers to the pattern of lines or markings on the sight of a telescope, microscope, or rifle used to provide visual reference points? And that word is reticle or reticule. Round 2, question number 2. What Persian mathematician and poet born in 1048 solved cubic equations using geometric constructions of conic sections and has a famous collection of quatrains attributed to him, which enjoyed great popularity in the late 19th century? That Persian mathematician is Omar Khayyam. In his book, The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Round 2, question number 3. Stock quotes for companies that are not listed on a major exchange, often because they have a share value of less than $1, were traditionally printed on what color of paper? They were traditionally printed on pink, and they are known as pink sheet stocks. Round 2, question number 4. The preparation of what national dish of Peru, which is celebrated every June 28th, involves curing raw fish in lemon or lime juice, as well as sometimes adding chili peppers, chopped onions, or coriander? And that dish is ceviche. Round 2, question number 5. The comedy website, which features the show Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis, encourages its users to vote on each video. What are the 2 options users select between when voting? That comedy website is Funny or Die, and those are the 2 choices that users are given for each video. Round 2, question number 6. What Eastern European city underwent the longest siege of a capital city in the history of modern warfare between April 1992 and February 1996? That Eastern European city is Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the scars from exploded mortar shells were filled in with red rosin, which makes floral patterns that are known as Sarajevo roses and serve as memorials. Round 2, question number 7. What 1995 black comedy with segments directed by Allison Anders and Alexander Rockwell is based on the short story writings of Roald Dahl? And that film has 2 segments directed by those people and 2 other segments, 4 segments altogether, and that movie is 4 Rooms. The other segments directed by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. Round 2, question number 8. Attorneys for Dan White, who was convicted of manslaughter for the murders of Harvey Milk and George Moscone, used a defense named after what snack food, the consumption of which was said to be symptomatic of White's depression? That snack food is Twinkies. Now the term Twinkie defense is a label for any improbable legal defense. And that brings us to round 3, the last round. In the last round, teams are given sometimes a category or sometimes a series of separate clues, and they just have to give 5 answers for those clues, and the answers are assigned points based on how rare the answers that were given are. This week's round 3, the 8 answers to the clues on the following page all share a common theme. First and last names required where appropriate. Again, teams were asked to give 5 of the 8 answers. Here are the 8 clues that have answers that share a common theme. Todd McFarlane created Superhero, who helped launch Image Comics. Child model and star of NBC's Suddenly Susan. Common name of Rembrandt painting, depicting a militia company on patrol, noted for its use of dark and light. Member of the Rat Pack with Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and Peter Lawford. 2007 movie with poster partially shown at right. Actress who appeared in Gone with the Wind but was not allowed to attend its premiere. NBA Hall of Famer who is the Celtics' all-time scoring leader and winner of 8 championships. And finally, the annual distinction first awarded to Ellen Stratton in 1960 and awarded most recently to Jordan Emanuel. And so again, teams were asked to give 5 of the 8 answers, but here are the 8 answers for these 8 questions. The Todd McFarlane created Superhero is Spawn. You can see in the actual game that was worth 2 points. The child model and star of NBC's Suddenly Susan was Brooke Shields, which is worth 5 points. The common name of the Rembrandt painting depicting a militia company on patrol is the Night Watch. The missing member of the Rat Pack from that list is Joey Bishop, and that helps to see the theme this week, which is pawn, rook, knight, and bishop. So far we have chess pieces. The 2007 movie with the poster partially shown is The King of Kong. The actress who appeared in Gone with the Wind but was not allowed to attend its premiere, it was Butterfly McQueen. And that gives us all 6 of our chess pieces. Let's check out the last 2 answers. That NBA Hall of Famer and Celtics all-time scoring leader is John Havlicek. And the annual distinction, first awarded to Ellen Stratton, most recently to Jordan Emanuel, is Playmate of the Year, and it gives us checkmate and completes the category. It also completes this week's quiz. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to play in the actual quiz, it's every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/Year of Glad. It's totally free to play. Just come hang out, participate in some fun trivia, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.